Hey, what's up, folks? How's it going? This is Abhijit here, and welcome to DevOps Challenge Hub. So let's start with today's interview question. And today's interview question is: what is AWS CDK, and what advantages does it offer over traditional cloud formations? Which programming language does CDK support, and which would you recommend for a new project? And when would you prefer CDK, and when would you prefer cloud formation? So there are many questions combined together. Uh, so we won't go deep into CDK. We'll just discuss the high level questions. So what is the CDK? Why we will go for it? And what are the advantages of a cloud formation? So what is CDK? It's a framework that lets you define cloud infrastructure in real programming language. So it's a framework that lets you define your cloud infrastructure using real programming language like TypeScript, Python, Java, rather than YAML and JSON. And it compiles your code into standard CloudFormation template behind the scene. So CloudFormation, it writes static YAML. It writes static YAML. CDK, it writing code generates YAML. So you write code and that will generate YAML. So CDK gives you power of programming, function, loops, conditions, and reusable component. So this is the advantage of CDK. It gives you the power of programming. So you can use a full program, right? Function, loop, condition, reusable components, etc. And once you use the program, Python, TypeScript, Java, you can use so many other components. So you can easily integrate with your networking library, imaging library, so many other different libraries you can integrate. So that's a very big advantage. So advantage over CDK over traditional cloud formation. It has a type safety, ID autocomplete. If mistakes like typos in resource name or wrong property types, it comes in your ID. Then code reusability, you can write reusable classes and function. So it's a reusable thing. Like this new my BBC construct, app BPC or my database construct, you can create a new construct. And so it's like a programming language. So reusability is more. Then loop and conditions are there. You can apply normal for loop, like if condition. So all these things you can easily do. Then there are built-in best practices. And you also have unit testing feature. So if you can unit test each one of the block of code, like test using tools like Jest or PyTest to verify if the resources are being created correctly. So they are the advantages, like programming, like construct, loop, if condition, you can apply built-in best practices, unit testing, reusability. So they are the advantage of AWS CDK. So what is CDK? CDK is Cloud Development Kit. AWS Cloud Development Kit. And now, what are the languages supported by CDK? TypeScript, Python, Java, C Sharp, Go, JavaScript. So TypeScript has best support. And if I ask my recommendation, I will go for TypeScript. Like if we are starting the project from scratch, but if the project is already there written in Python, maybe we'll stick to Python. Or if the most of the programmers in the project they know Python well, and they are totally new to TypeScript, then we'll stick to Python. Otherwise, we'll go for TypeScript. So always recommend TypeScript for the new CDK project. But if your team is already using Python, then we can go for Python. And if you need a tight integration with Python-based tooling or data pipelines, you can go for Python. Like if you have better Python libraries, the kind of project you are doing where Python has better tooling, better libraries, then you can go for Python. So when to use a cloud formation, where infrastructure is simple, mostly static infrastructure. And CDK, when infrastructure is very complex and dynamic, lot of dynamicity is there. Cloud formation, where compliance team require pure YAML JSON because it's readable. When you're writing, anyone can read and understand what kind of infrastructure you're using. So it's a audit friendly, compliance friendly. Here you are using reusable construct CDK. It's a programming kind of thing. It's not that easy to for compliance. Oops style. If team is comfortable with code, you can go for code. And team is preferring declarative configs, then go for cloud formation. You want testing code review GitHub style, go for CDK. And if you are building infrastructure components often, then also you can go for CDK. If you need bleeding edge AWS features, then CloudFormation is good. CDK may lag. It may take some time to get the CDK, but AWS CloudFormation is also quite good. So CDK means if it is like a want more flexibility, more control, dynamic, go for CDK. CloudFormation, if you want, if it is a comparatively simple, static, compliance, audit purpose, YML JSON, you go for that. So CDK, you see that this code is looks like a program, like it's basically a program only. You're inputting, then defining S3 bucket, creating S3 bucket, you're creating constant class, etc. CDK deploy, you can deploy it. So you can give somebody experience that, okay, you have done this migration from CloudFormation to CDK, and that saved 60%, code became 60% more reusable, and uh, and you were able to handle complex things, dynamic things in a much better way in CDK. Okay, so let's go to quiz section. What is AWS CDK primarily used for? AWS CDK primarily used for defining cloud infrastructure and using real programming language. Defining cloud infrastructure using real programming language. Answer is C. Next question is, what does CDK generates behind the scene when CDK deploy? When we do CDK deploy, then it creates a JSON YAML CloudFormation template. Then which of the following is the advantage of using CDK over traditional CloudFormation? It enables use of loops, conditional, and code view. Loop, conditional, and code views. That is the advantage. C. Which is the programming language has the best community support and native integration with AWS CDK? TypeScript. TypeScript has the best programming support for AWS CDK. So that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow my LinkedIn page, DevOps Challenge Hub. I post quiz contests daily, and I also post regular updates on my WhatsApp channel. You can follow my WhatsApp channel, DevOps Challenge Hub. Thank you for watching this video, and see you again in the next video.